Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. A quick check now for starting five for both teams. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Back to Nash. Stoudemire left side. Stoudemire left side. Right through the knee for the layup.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Here's McGrady. Pass to Howard. And here is McGrady. Backs him down. Outside Hill. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up with a strike. Now here is McGrady. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Nash outside. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 4-point game. Pass to O'Neal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. On defense, Orlando. Now here's Nash. Here's Chambers. O'Neal with the rebound. And here is Hardaway. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Now Nash. Westfall drops one in from the wing. Here's McGrady. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Back to Howard. Pass to O'Neal. Defended by Nash. The jump hook. That one a little long. And it's the Suns with the ball. Marion up top. Chambers. Westfall. Nash outside. Here's Chambers. Lock at 6. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Shaq with some nice D. Now McGrady. And fouled hard. Free throw good, McGrady. And McGrady drops them both. Here's Nash. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Marion outside. Here's Chambers. From about 19 feet. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
It has not been an easy quarter for him. At least offensively speaking.
Here's Hill. McGrady. Pass to Hardaway. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Back to Nash. Westfall. Good on the three-point shot. He has 5.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Now, here's O'Neal. Hits the jumper.
That's really the area where they'd like all of their shots to come from.
And it's Phoenix's ball. Nash outside. Pass to Marion. Back to Nash. And he gets it to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Hardaway. Grant Hill on the wing. Now Howard. From 6 away, Howard in the post. The Suns leading. Now Nash. Westfall. The second chance effort. And blocked. Now here is Hardaway. Now here is McGrady. Dan O'Neal backs in. 8 feet away. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. He has 6.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him. Get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Out to Marion. Wide open. Shot's good. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Orlando trailing here. Hardaway with it. Pass to O'Neal. Marion with the steal. Marion, right side. Here's Chambers. Nash with it. Nash outside. It's blocked. Here's Hill. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Hardaway. Blocked. And here is McGrady. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Westfall. Pass to Stoudemire. O'Neal's there. Shot off the pin. A shot by Stoudemire, no good. Here's Hardaway. And that one's good. McGrady. 6 points for him.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Nash outside. Back to Marion. Here's Chambers. Shot clock at 6. That one goes. Come.
You know, getting that first make is key after 4 misses to start, guys. I mean, hopefully he can build on that.
Back to Hardaway. Pass to O'Neal. Working on Stoudemire. And the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That's his first foul. The Magic making a switch here. Back to Scott. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Booker. Nance outside. Pass to Marion. Back to Nance. Here's Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson. Shot denied. Now here's Anderson. And here is Lewis. Now Anderson. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
The Suns making a switch here. And here are the Suns now. There's the screen. Pass to Nance. Here's Booker. Let's go. Green for 2 points. And it's the Magic with the ball. They trail by 3. Francis. Now here's Anderson. 3-pointer. And he gets it to go.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Here's Booker. From the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix. Pass to Anderson. Six to shoot. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Here's Johnson. Stoudemire outside. Johnson outside. Pass to Nance. Back to Johnson. Booker. A 3-pointer off the mark. Francis. Anderson with the ball. Now Lewis. Now Anderson. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
And the free throw, no good. Now here's Anderson. He has 5. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Marley drops in the tray.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Anderson with the ball. 7 points in the game. Pass to Scott. Here's the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Here's Booker. Nance outside. Johnson outside. Blocked. And here's Anderson. Tipped away. Vucevic. Now Lewis. Fires from the wing. And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns ahead. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one? Back to Scott. Anderson. Pass to Armstrong. The 3. Can't get it to go. And here is Kidd from outside the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Here is Armstrong. Pass to Scott. Anderson with the ball. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He's got 10. Outside Kidd. Now, here is Hornacek. Now, here is Hornacek. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. That's good.
With a much bigger man guarding him, that's not an easy shot to get off. Never mind to knock down. Terrific basket.
Back to Scott. Pass to Armstrong. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Back to Scott. Takes a 3. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash.
Here's Kidd. Now Nance. Jeff Hornacek on the wing. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Now Anderson. He's got 10. Pass to Armstrong. And it's good. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Kidd with it. Now here is Hornacek. And here's Hornacek. And there's the rejection. Here is Armstrong. Here's Grant. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's Armstrong missing. Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam. Orlando trailing here. Now a timeout called by Orlando. And the Magic making a change here. Grant Hill on the wing. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. That's good. Now here's Kidd. There's the pick. Pass to Hornacek. Buries the long-range jumper. He has 5.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
No good from Howard. The Suns leading. Now Hornacek. 5 points in the game. Right side Kidd. Back to Hornacek. Here's Chambers. Clock is at 3. From the baseline. Another one falls for Phoenix. Here is Armstrong. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Back to Howard. Backing him down. And it's off from three-point range. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Magic making a switch here. Here's Hardaway. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Hardaway. Now Howard. From 11 feet away. And Howard with the nice bucket inside. Nash with it. Marion with it. No one covering.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
McCready with the ball. He's got 6. Grant Hill on the wing. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Stoudemire. Nash. Three-pointer. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. And here is McGrady. And the layup falls. 8 points for him.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Nash outside. Right side Hardaway. Jump to finish it off. A beauty. And here's Nash. Westbrook. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Back to Hardaway. Pass to Howard. Down low. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Marion. Here's Nash. Connects on the 17-footer. He has 6.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now, here is McGrady. 8 points for him. Right side Hardaway. McGrady. Pass to O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up and banks it in. And so here's Phoenix. Timeout called, the Suns. Here's Chambers. Here's Chambers. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. He's got 6.
And also with him, don't think you can collapse the defense on him when he gets the ball in the low post, because he is a superb passer. He'll find whoever's been left open.
Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. And here comes Nash. He's got 6. Pass to Marion. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
And here's O'Neal. No blocked shot. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And here's Marion. Westfall. Here's Chambers. Lock at 6. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Orlando trailing here. Now Hardaway. Pass to O'Neal. Working on Stoudemire. McGrady with the ball. Hardaway backing down. Now, here's O'Neal. That is good. 12 points for him.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Off his foot. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. The Suns making a switch here. Pass to Nash. Here's Chambers. Back to Nash. Shot clock at 6. Hardaway with the steal. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Here's Nash. 6 points for him. Leads him in there. Westfall. And Shaq sends it back. Hardaway with it. He's got 6. Grant Hill on the wing. Now McGrady. Pass to Howard. 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Nash right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 8. O'Neal with it. Guarded by Marion. Shoots it. And again, it's Orlando converting.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Outside Dragic. Pass to Marion. He's against Hill. Shoots a fader. The shot by Marion, no good.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
The shot by McGrady, no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Nash outside. Outside Dragic. Marion. Right side Dragic. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Now here is McGrady. Hill left side. Now McGrady. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Really an incredible game from Shaquille O'Neal. Here's Orlando now. Here's McGrady. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 10. The Suns trailing. And here's Nash. Pass to Marion. Back to Nash. Marion outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. And that one's good.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And here's McGrady. Throws it up high. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To the paint. Here's Chambers. Marion, right side. Marion, right side. 6 to shoot. Chambers. Blocked. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Two on the clock. Here's Stoudemire. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. 6 points for him.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hit.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Here are the Magic now. They trail by 3. Pass to O'Neal. A baseline J. Rebound by the Suns. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And Marion gets it to go.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks. They've made 3 out of 4.
Back to Hardaway. Now O'Neal. Working on Stoudemire. Looking to end the run. And O'Neal finishes inside. 16 points for him. Nash outside. Here's Chambers. Pass to Stoudemire. 5 on the clock. Westfall. That is good.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Hardaway with it. He has 6. Back to O'Neal. Puts up the baby hook. And he gets it to go.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Now, here's Nash. He's got 8. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Westfall. Westfall. Can't hit.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
The Suns leading. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Marion left side. Nash. Westfall. It's stolen by McGrady. Pushing it up. Right side Hardaway. And that one's good. He's got 8.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys. Giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
Here's Nash. Back to Marion. Pass to Stoudemire. Nash outside. Westfall. And again, it's the Suns missing.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
Hill, no good. Here's Chambers. Stoudemire, and that is good. Here's McGrady. 10 points for him. Pass to Hardaway. Now, here is McGrady. Now McGrady. And it's blocked. Westfall. Hardaway with it. 8 points for him. And here is McGrady. Back to Hardaway. Outside Hill. Clock at 6. Now McGrady jacks up a 3. That's good. He's got 13.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Timeout called, the Suns. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Johnson outside. Johnson right side. No good from 18.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Here is Anderson. And here comes the break. Here's Booker. Second shot opportunity. It's laid in by Stoudemire. 10 points for him. So it's Orlando now. Now here's Anderson. 10 points for him. Pass to Scott. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Just 5 to shoot. Nance outside. Shoots the 3. Johnson outside.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
Pass to Anderson. Now here's Lewis. No good with the triple. Marley. And here is Johnson. Here's Booker. This one for 3. And that one's good. 8 points for him.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Anderson with the ball. Johnson outside. Nance outside. Here's Booker. Here's Booker. 8 points for him. Johnson. Another one falls for Phoenix. Orlando trailing here. Back to Scott. Hits it from three-point range.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And here is Johnson. Here's Booker. There's the triple. Another 3 for Phoenix. Here are the Magic now. Pass to Scott. Launches a three. And again, it's the Magic from deep. And here is Johnson. They set the screen. Nance with it. Lewis on him. Right at the free throw line. Another one falls for Phoenix. Now Anderson. He's got 10. Here's Vucevic. Pass to Anderson. Takes the three. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the boards.
Johnson outside. Here's Booker. Pulls it up. And the Suns tack on two more. On offense, here are the Magic. They trail by three. Here's Vucevic. Vucevic with the bucket.
Just the shot they wanted. Point blank range.
And here is Johnson. Back to Nance. Nance, right side. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Vucevic. Pass to Scott. Now Anderson for the three. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Johnson with it. They set the pick. Ripped away. Here's Anderson. Sinks the triple. He's got 13.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Nance. And it's thrown down hard with both hands. Here's Vucevic. And that one's good. The Suns trailing. Pass to Nance. Shot clock at 5. Marley. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Magic. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. So it's Phoenix now. 4-point game. Back to Marion. Here's Stoudemire. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
And something else everybody loves about him is his ability to do this sensational and spectacular. His dunks simply defied description at times.
Armstrong. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Here's Kidd. Here's Chambers. Here's Chambers. Oh, that's blocked. Here is Armstrong. Here's Lewis. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
The Magic making a switch here. Pass to Stoudemire. Out to Marion. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Chambers. And he gets it to go from the high post. Here is Armstrong. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. The Magic making a switch here. Phoenix on defense. And Shaq with the slam. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Now Kidd. Marion outside. Pass to Stoudemire. O'Neal's there. Lets it go. And too long on the shot. Orlando leading. Here is Armstrong. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Magic from deep. Here's Kidd. Here's Chambers. Pass to Stoudemire. O'Neal's there. And the Suns tack on two more.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Here is Armstrong. Lewis with it. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Chambers. Back to Kidd. Chambers. Shot clock at 6. Rebound, Grant.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here is Armstrong. Pass to O'Neal. Working on Stoudemire. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 22.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And here is Lewis. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Kidd with it. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Right side Kidd. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here is Armstrong. Now Lewis. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
Here's Chambers. Back to Kidd. Here's Chambers. Inside. Stoudemire with the ball. A shot by Stoudemire, no good. Here's Orlando now. Francis takes it from 10. There's the block. Fast break, here they come. Now here's Marion. Pass to Kidd. Stoudemire with the ball. Here's Chambers. Stolen by Lewis. With the lead pass, Francis. Kidd grabs the board.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And he drops it in from the low post.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here is Armstrong. And here is Lewis. Now here's Lewis. Here's O'Neal. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. That's good from O'Neal. And the Magic making a change here. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Here's Hornacek. Here's Chambers. Here's Chambers. Faded on the way. They grabbed their own miss. Back to Stoudemire. Stoudemire, right side. Nash outside. Goes back up. And the Suns tack on 2 more. Now Hardaway. Pass to Howard. Now McGrady. 6 on the shot clock. It's off his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. And the layup's good off the glass.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
And here's Nash. Here's Chambers. Back to Nash. Pass to Stoudemire. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Now, here's McGrady. Pass to Marion. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
McGrady with the ball. Pass to O'Neal. He's against Stoudemire. Right block shot. Uses the glass to drop it in. He's got 25.
He's their go-to guy. When he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Here's Chambers. Westfall. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Now, here's McGrady. It's back to Hill. Pass to Howard. Phoenix grabs the miss. Westfall. Back to Stoudemire. Marion outside. Now here's Stoudemire. Working on Howard. Nash. That's good. Stolen. Chambers. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's going wrong with him this quarter. He's really falling off.
Here's Howard, and he slams it one-handed. Now, here's Nash. There's a screen. Pass to Stoudemire. No good. Here's McGrady. Now Hardaway. Hill left side. Backing down is Howard. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Free throw no good for Howard. The Suns squad struggling. Clark David struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Got loose. Marion. 5 to shoot. Pass to Stoudemire. Here's Chambers. 18 feet away and he knocks it down. Now Hardaway. Defended by Nash. 7-foot shot. And there the Magic with another bucket. And it's Phoenix's ball. They trail by 14. Pass to Stoudemire. Clock at 6. And here is Marion. Stoudemire with the ball. Another one falls for Phoenix. And here is McGrady. Pass to Hardaway. Grant Hill on the wing. Inside to Shaq. Working on Stoudemire. Here's Howard. And Shaq with the slam. To the middle. Here's Stoudemire. And that one is hammered home.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Now McGrady. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Here's Stoudemire. No good with the layup. And so it's Orlando.